Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So, to this episode, we are going to TDD our way and building a registration page. So in here, we already have a registration, an empty registration page, and we will try to build this page by testing it first. So let's begin. We are going to put our expectation here, so it should have a form. Okay, so let's try to build a form here. um, so it should have a form. mm. And then we'll try to uh, let form is equals to fixture that debug element dot native element, oh no, the query by css form, then navigate native element. Okay, so then we are gonna expect this. See there, we already have a failing test, so we're going to expect form dot to be truthy, meaning it exists. I think that's what it means. So it failed because we don't have the form yet. And then we're adding some expectation. It should have a what are the things that we need for a registration? It should have the needed fields here, right? So what are the fields that we need? Expect username. We need a username to be truthy. We need a name, right? We need a first name. We need a last name. We need email address. Um, what else for a registration? I think we can start with this. So as you can see here, we had a lot of failing tests now. So we're gonna assign this username. So fixture that debug element that query by css username. Username that native element 23. Okay, for first name, and then for last name here, and then for email address, and then we are gonna put here last name. This is for the class that we are going to create later in the template. So there. Okay, so we are now gonna um, satisfy this so that it will pass. Okay, so let's make this a little smaller, and then we are gonna open this on the left side. So here we are gonna add a form. Okay, and then we are gonna add an input here. um, the class will be username, so this is for the username. Then uh, this is for first name, this is for last name, and this is for email. And what else here is register should have the needed fields. Email address. Oh, see, we are expecting an email address, but I put an email only. And now it should work now. Okay, cool. Now we want to add another one. We need that. This one should have a. Let's put it here. Should have a password. I'd expect that there's a password one and a password 2 for password confirmation text field, and then this one is a password and password confirmation. So we are now gonna add this 2 here. This is gonna be the password, and this is the password confirmation. And then we are going to put here the password, and then password confirmation. Password confirmation. Okay, so as expected, it will fail. And then now we are gonna add this too. So here, password and password here. Right, so okay, that works. Then we are gonna expect that the password that type to be password here, and this one here, the password type, password confirmation type, is also a password. So it now fails because we didn't put this as a password here. So this one, the type should be a password. And this one also here is a password. Okay, so it's undefined. So why is it undefined? That text, not text, that type here, and then here is type. And so that's passing. And then we are gonna put a button here. Put a no, we are gonna put it somewhere here. And then go here, expect button to be truthy, and then expect the button that how do you expect that the text. I did it on our login form. How did we test that? Where's our button here? Button, the dream. Yep. So button that be truthy, and button that text the text content the dot trim to be register. Right. So Then we are gonna fix that. You're gonna say here there's a button here that we need to add, and then that is gonna be a button here, right? So button here, button. So we have this failed because we haven't added the button yet, so we are gonna add a button, and then class is a button, and we're gonna say register where we submit. So if we say submit, so it will fail because we are expecting the text to be register. So put a register here. Alright, so that's it. That pass, and yep, we are then now gonna test the button if it's working. So we put another expectation here. Okay, so it should it should register if once register button is clicked. So that is gonna be this button here. So we are gonna click this button that click, and then we are gonna spy on our component. Then we will put a register method in that component. And see this thing error here, that is because this is a bug that I found. If I put the button inside the form, we have to put the button outside the form for that to work. And then okay, we have a spy here, and then expect the component that register to have been called. And because we don't have the register button, we will add that register button in our ts TypeScript file here. So we will put a register button there, and in here, yeah, okay, so let's leave this. It should build again. Okay, register had to have been expect spy register to have been called, so it didn't call. And maybe because we have to button that we have to add a tick in here, add this tick, and then we have to put this on a fake async, this one. So put that fake async there, and then put the close that one here, and then import this one. And still it hasn't been called. Spire should have been called. Yeah, because we didn't put a click here. See how nice is that unit testing. So it should click this and it register, and that's it. The register button has been clicked. And next time is we are gonna experiment with dirty checking if the input fields are required. So that's it for now. Okay, so this email address here, we should expect that email address here. So expect email address that type to be email, right? Right. So that fails, and then we are gonna change this the type here to email, and it passed again. So that's it. That's how to TDD your way, um, building the template of your Angular applications. Right. So cool. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.